Okay, now that we have the parametric modeling block done, we need to turn this into a working drawing that others could look at and read in order to make their own, if they wanted to do that. The working drawing is going to be really detailed. It's going to show multiple angles, and we want to make sure that all that information is available. That way people know what they're looking at. All right, so to do that, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to go down to this plus sign where it says insert a new element. And I am going to click on create drawing. So I'm going to make sure that I have my actual part open, my actual document. And then when I create a drawing, it's going to be able to find it right away. Okay. If you don't have a recently opened template right now, basically what you're going to do is on this Onshape button here, we're just going to use the first one that's in inches. Okay. Once you have that, I'm going to click on OK. My first one, hit OK. And it's going to populate that drawing for you after forever. There we go. Okay, so now that you have done that, you can see that your part's ready to be imported. So I'm going to click on part one. And so right off the bat, it's going to want to give me that front view, which is great. So the front view is going to go in the bottom left. Okay, so I'm going to click one time. It's going to place that object in there. Now, if I move my mouse up, this is going to give me a top view. So I'm going to go ahead and click again. I'm just going to drag my mouse back to my front view. And then when I move to the right, it's going to give me a side view, hopefully. No, it's not. So I'm going to click on that. There you go. Now it's going to give me a side view. And then when I come, I'm going to click on this again. And then I go in the upper right corner, it's going to give me my isometric view. Click. All right, so now I have my four views, which is exactly what I want. One of the key things here is I want to make sure that this is a shaded view. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, or I'm going to right click, I'm sorry. Now it's trying to do stuff, so I'm going to escape out because I don't want to do anything like that. I'm going to move my mouse over and right click. And I'm going to go to where it says show shaded view. That's going to shade my block in for me. Perfect. Okay. Now, the other thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that these views are showing my hidden stuff. So I'm going to right click on this. And I'm going to click on view properties. Oh, I'm sorry, I can actually not, I can just go to show hidden lines here because that's what I'm going to want. There you go. Now you can see that there is a hole there. I'm going to do the same thing to my other views. Show hidden lines. And I'm going to show hidden lines here too. Perfect. Okay, and so what I want to do is put in my dimensions so people know how to make it. They know what the dimensions are. So you can see our dimension tool is located right at the top. I'll click on that. And because we already did the dimension in the part file, we're not actually dimensioning it. We're just annotating it or writing in what the dimension is. So I'm going to click on the line, drag out, click again. That's going to give me my length. Okay. My height, I'm going to go ahead and do right here. So I can click on this line, drag over. So there's my height. I can do the height here as well. So that's 0.35. So they know where that line is. And I can also do the length from here to here, which is 0.5. Okay. That's a lot of the features I want to do on here. I don't want to overcrowd it. So I'm going to actually move over here. And so I'm going to move on the right, or on the side view. And to do the dimension of the hole, I can click on this and drag out saying, hey, this is 0.5. Now I've done my height already because it's located right here. What I haven't done is the width, or like when I extrude it. So I need to make sure that that's included in here as well. So I'm going to include that over here. Okay. And then the last piece I need is the depth of the hole. I could probably do that right here. And I can fit that in right there. So now I have my depth is 0.75. My diameter of the hole is 0.5, and that really covers everything. This is just looking at this, you can see that that is a simple hole, and so you don't actually have to define that in any way. And that's everything that you actually need in order to create that block. Okay, so I'm going to escape out for my dimensions. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here to the title block. I'm going to move my face out of the way. All right. And the problem I'm having is, once again, I don't have my mouse with me right now. And so what I could do here is, you're going to see that it was drawn by me. This was auto-populated, which is nice. It has the date in which I created it. Okay. If someone checks your work, you can include that in here as well. Okay. And the title, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete these. I'm going to right-click, delete, right-click, delete. And this, if I double-click in there, I can now change this, say the title. So this is parametric modeling. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. That size looks good to me. And that's all you have to change. So I now have my title. I made sure that my name was in here. If your name isn't in there and you want to add it up here, that's okay. You can do that as well. Okay, you can add a text box. You can do that. See. You can actually just change it right here. So if I'm not going to be able to recognize your name, you can change it right here. It should be populating according to your login, so I shouldn't have an issue. Okay. And then my drawing is done. So what I need to do now is make sure that I am saving this as parametric modeling, and then I'm going to end up printing it. So let's see here. So I'm going to click on these 3 lines. I'm going to go down to where it says print. Okay, it's going to show me what my drawing looks like. Notice this looks different than the example I gave. That's because it's just a different program in general. Okay, so once I have that, you're going to save this PDF. So if I hit the print button up here, it's going to give you the option to save as a PDF. I'm going to hit save. And then you're going to save that file. And so I can say that this is parametric modeling. Okay, and then you're going to save that to your files, and then you can go ahead and upload that onto Canvas. And then that is your parametric modeling activity and how to create a working drawing.